What's up, guys? Caleb here, Caleb's Property Maintenance. I trust you guys are doing well. Wow, what a snowstorm. We got about 10 inches of heavy wet snow. It was no fun. As you can see here, Abigail trying to get up the driveway. Not fun. Dad picking at it there at the bottom. Definitely not fun. So it snowed from Sunday afternoon, as you saw in the previous video, to Tuesday. Some point on Tuesday. It was kind of light snow most of the day Tuesday, but wow, what a storm. You can see my dad there trying to get through the bottom of the driveway. Again, no fun, and you're dealing with the thaw and refreeze. Guys, I learned a valuable, very valuable lesson, and that would be go out in the middle of the storm. Please don't wait till the end. So we went out on Tuesday. We worked all day Tuesday, 10 o'clock till about 6 o'clock. Then Wednesday, we worked 9 till 7. And then Thursday, we worked from about 9:30, I think, till 1 o'clock, and we wrapped it up. This would have been here on Thursday morning, try to pick at this. So you've had a couple days of the thaw and refreeze, so nothing but ice crystals, especially there at the bottom, mixed in with salt. It was nasty. So Dad's job, as you can see with the 2-stage, is to get the end of the driveway, and Abigail and I take care of the main driveway part, and then he does the most of the sidewalk as well. One of us will follow behind him to make sure we get it all the way to the pavement. So we're clean there. And as you can see here, me trying to go up the driveway, even that with the Honda, a little bit more power than that the Toro that Abigail has, is still no fun. And there was a little bit of a thin layer of ice there at the bottom of the driveway, that lower half there, and we left that there because we're not going to spend too much time scraping that up at this particular driveway. The customer is older, and they had no plans of going out in the near future, so the sun, no problem, morning sun hits there, so no problem melting that off. So you're gonna see here, I'm working my way up at the top of the driveway, pushing through that. You can see it is not fun. Abigail's working on it. It does widen out up there, as you'll see here in a second, and I will take the camera up and then show you guys from that way. It'll be good. I mean, you can see, you can just tell by the way it comes out of the chute of the 2 stages that is definitely some ice crystals there. You can see the little layer of ice on the driveway, taking it up. And you guys just follow along. I got some nice shots here coming up from the sideways view, so you can see, toss the snow there. And a lot of guys would say, why don't you use a plow on something like this? And the reason is I just do not want to put a plow on my truck and put any extra stress on the transmission. That's really the bottom line. Plus, it seems to be that the majority of the driveways I show here on YouTube are, of course, the ones where a plow could be used. The ones that you guys never see are the ones where a plow would be a nightmare. So there I am going through it. Alright guys, enjoy the video. I'll watch right along with you guys, and we'll catch up with you here in a little bit. Okay, guys, so we're almost wrapped up this driveway here. You can see I'm coming down from the top there trying to put the finishing touches, get as much of the snow off that ice as possible. That way the sun can hit that and melt that off really nice. As you can see here, I want to point something out really crucial and really important here, and that would be the Honda here. When I'm trying to just do a little bit of snow, clear a little bit off, it really does a terrible job. You're gonna see here on this next pass coming down the driveway exactly what I'm talking about. Abigail worked through that little bit of the sidewalk, and you can see she's probably standing there and thinking to herself, "Phew, that was hard." Here, look, I got clogged. This thing is absolutely ridiculous when it comes to a small amount of snow, and you can see it's still clogged. It is awful. It is terrible. I cannot stand the Honda for this reason. And for reason number two, the handles are not curved like the handles of the Toro. My dad's telling me there, "It's clogged, dummy, clean it out." I know it's clogged, and usually you can bang it out, but sometimes you have to use your fingers. There, that chunk fell out. Oh, what a piece of work. He got the sidewalk done though, so he's about wrapped up. And Abigail's gonna head straight down the sidewalk here in a second to clean up after him, right down to the pavement. And you can see here, I'll have no problem going through this snow right here because it's not been clogged. No problem. See? Boom, no problem. But when you're just going along the driveway, there is a problem. Now you guys can see what the Toro does with a little bit of snow. There's absolutely no comparison here. She's pulling it up the hill backwards. It seems to be easier for her to do it that way. I'd probably just push it up. I don't know. Now look at this. Look at how far the Toro throws it. Look at that. Beautiful. She had to adjust the chute there. And then she's turning it down so it doesn't go on the sidewalk as much as possible. Beautiful though. Absolutely perfect. I have no clue. Well, I shouldn't say I have no clue. The paddles on the Toro seem to kind of act as a squeegee in the housing and funneling everything to the center and out. Whereas the Honda has a bunch of small paddles put together, so it's kind of like a miniature two-stage. I'll have to make another video on it when I do a paddle change so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, but I think that's the only conclusion I'll come up with. On the larger amounts of snow, the Honda has no problem throwing it. And I would say the Honda compared to the Toro 3650, I take the 3650 just about any day of the week because I think even the 3650 throws it a little bit farther, even though, I don't know, that's just my 2 cents. Even though the Honda is designed, you would think the way the design is that it would throw it a little bit farther. So there I am with the shovel, just wrapping up the last finishing touches on it here, and we're going to be moving right to the next driveway. Alright, so we have made it to the last driveway of the storm here, and I just wanted to show you guys some more real-time footage here so you can see. This end is a little bit easier because she doesn't actually have like a typical concrete approach like most driveways. It's just kind of flat and even with the street, so that kind of helps out a lot. The driveway isn't overly wide at this part either. It widens out at the bottom, kind of a little bit of the reverse of what you saw on the previous driveway. The reverse as far as that driveway was uphill and this driveway is downhill, widening out at the bottom. So there you can see I'm gonna go in front of her. The customer happened to have walked like a day or so ago out to her mailbox to get the mail, and that created a serious problem. The footprints, you know, there again you got the thaw and refreeze, so you have even more ice right where the footprints are because you have exposed a little bit more. there's less snow there. So you can see my dad working through, getting the end. He'll just take a couple more passes there, a couple more swaths, and it'll be all done at the end. And then he will come and help us at the bottom. But I'm gonna turn around once I get to a certain point down there, and then work my way back, and then we'll bring the camera down so you can see down there. So, oh yeah. Oh, before I forget, another thing. These are not even $50 driveways. I want you guys to know I am charging the right amount. A couple of people, I don't think they watch, but they have raised the question and made sure that I was charging an appropriate amount, and I assured them that yes, I was. I do not want to hurt the industry in that way. That's the problem when someone tries to undercut. Sure, you'll get a lot of work, but you also get what you pay for. And they may not do the nicest job at the edges of the driveway. We get right to the grass as best as possible, or whatever edging there may be. But you always get what you pay for, and even if you have somebody that's willing to do it for cheap, that does a good job, it still hurts the industry because that's not the fair market price. You're undercutting everyone else who has to pay for insurance, who has to pay for wear and tear on the vehicle, who has to pay for gas in the equipment and all that stuff. And that's fine if you can charge a cheap amount and get away with it, but believe me, when tax time comes around, maybe then you'll be saying, maybe I should charge more. Or, worse yet, you don't pay any taxes at all. That's definitely not good. So here I am coming up, working on my way right up here to the top. As you can see, Dad's really almost done what the snowplow did. So now kind of some point of view action here. These ornamental grasses, I don't know why the neighbor did not trim them down at the end of the fall season, but nonetheless he didn't. Not my problem. They were not planted there by my customers, so not for me to be concerned about, but it just is annoying. Some people like them in the winter there, but obviously you can see they don't look so good when all the snow gets pushed on them anyway. So alright guys, we're gonna get going back to the video, and I'll catch up with you here at the end. Just have to scrape there. Abigail's putting the finishing touches there. Then we have to shovel. We have to shovel the walkway because there's stepping stones, unfortunately. That is not going to be fun. but we'll get it. And we're wrapped up. It's a good feeling. I cannot believe my dad cut through that. That is amazing. Hey, look at this. Woo! Wow. Alright, I just wanted to show you guys some bonus footage here. We ended up on these two corner properties that we do. They're right across the street from each other. You can see the other one on the upper half of the screen there. They're literally right across from the street from each other. It's literally perfect. But you can see my dad, we skipped the sidewalks when we did the driveways. That way we could keep getting everyone opened up. And then we came back here to do these two sidewalks. This is the best the two-stage snowblower worked, I think, the entire storm. Not really bucking at all, or trying to ride up the snow, but literally throwing it perfectly and staying down in the front beautifully. Here we got to a little bit tricky of a spot there. You can see right there, we're underneath an evergreen tree, so the snow's a little bit funky. He's trying to go along with the tires there, as you can see, without the augers going, and I'm trying to point with the shovel, and he's laughing about it. And we're tired at this point, guys, in the storm, and it's been a lot of work. So as you can see, he's having a little bit of challenge underneath the tree, but once he gets through that, it'll be no problem. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to sign off here a little bit early. Thanks guys so much for watching, and we'll see you. We got another snow video coming up too, where we did a little bit. We had another little smaller, much smaller storm compared to this, so we'll take you guys along with. And yep, there's a little bit close-up shot. It's chugging right along through there. My dad was thinking that chains would help on this snowblower, but I talked to my dealer and they said that the drive really, it would stall the drive, and the knobbies on the tires are enough that the chains would go in between the knobbies anyway and not really do anything. If the tires were almost bald, that would be one thing. So enjoy the end of the video here, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and you know I will see you in the next one.